that in a nation as geographically vast and culturally diverse as ours, that one size does not fit all. To reach and protect all those at risk in America during a public health emergency, especially those least likely to have access to regular health care, local leaders like yourselves must be involved, and meaningful community engagement is crucial. This is true not only with COVID, it is also true during every significant infectious disease outbreak with which I've had the opportunity, and I might say the privilege, to be involved in during my almost 40-year tenure.
Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahushua. Call halal Yahweh. Bahashem Yahushua. Bahashem Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and much respect to the Akim out there laboring in his work, and peace and salutations to the hopefully elect that are scattered across the four corners of the earth to USA. Shalom. So yeah, this video right here is pretty much going to be highlighting how these devils, these Edomites, identify and target the prey, which we know are you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Israelites, all right, as you are at the forefront for extermination in the midst of this man's NWO agenda, all right, which is his kingdom of heaven that he's trying to get established. And knowing that you are the #1 threat to it, all right, everything is centered around destroying you Israelites, okay, physically and spiritually. So we're going to see how these devils work behind the scenes, you know, creating pretty much a scenario that targets our people by default, you know, due to the foods that we are consuming that leads to different sicknesses, okay? So when you read this right here from the USSun.com, says calls for change. Dr. F warns Americans with the worst health issues are among the most likely to die if another pandemic hits. See that? So we know that another pandemic is coming. So right now, as you see here, they're setting a narrative, or they pretty much targeting those who are at most risk, you know, due to health issues, as we know that our people are, you know. But why is that? Okay, so let's continue reading. Dr. F has warned of the worst health issues are currently facing Americans and those most at risk if another pandemic hits. So this is how these devils work, you know. They create a problem and then they come behind it as if they're looking to aid the situation. And so we're going to find out exactly who they're talking about. So right here it says he didn't hold back when it comes to the work that needs to be done to improve health nationwide. To improve health nationwide, right? Saying we got a lot of problems in this country. Okay, that's short fucker. Man, I hate these damn Edomites. These niggas got to go, man. So let's scroll down. Kind of get to the point, because the guy spoke about health issues, all right? As you can see, obesity right there. So let's start right here. It says, if you look at the people in C19 who got infected, who had more likelihood to be hospitalized and die. It says people with diabetes, people with obesity, people with hypertension, all right? So we have a number of chronic diseases. We always have to be prepared for the next outbreak. That's one of the critical issues that we learn lessons from this historically devastating pandemic, to make sure that something like that doesn't happen ever again. See, this man comes, you know, with peace offerings, you know, due to these problems that they create behind the scene. So they're calculating and they're going. So over time, these devils are pretty much fattening up our people, you know, making them a target, all right, due to health issues. So they'll be the first to so-called receive aid in a time of a pandemic as such. Okay, so let's continue reading and find out exactly who they're talking about. So right here it says, I mean, if you look at social determinants of health minorities, African Americans and Hispanics, you see, there we go again, African Americans and Hispanics have a much higher degree of social determinants. See that? So you have diet, obesity, economic deprivation that leads to poor health accessibility. All right, we got a lot of problems in this country. So these devils, know and understand that the food that we eat is destroying us, and they create the foods to destroy us so that they'll have a reason to target us in a time of a crisis like this. So it's an outbreak, man. So to further prove how these devils work, man, I got this article pulled up from usrtk.org. It says junk food makers target blacks and Latinos, increasing risk from the C119. You see? So this was all a buildup due to the poor nutrition that they present to our people, which destroys the immune system, therefore making us easily or more prone to getting sick. All right. So in the United States, health disparities in nutrition and obesity, often deriving from structural racism, you see, correlated closely with the alarming racial and ethnic disparities related to the C19. Structural inequalities across the U.S. society contribute to this problem, including unequal access to fresh, healthy foods, right? Because when you go to Jake neighborhood, the foods that we get, it's not the same food that you find in the suburbs where these Edomites stay, all right? So when we go to these different markets and stores and whatnot, everything is pretty much tailored to our people. And they're able to genetically modify the food to destroy our DNA. The food doesn't have any nutrition, so we're not getting any kind of, benefit towards our immune system to be able to fight against diseases. You see? So this devil has been planning this for a long time, destroying us from the inside out, okay, to get ready for the NWO, all right? So it says structural inequalities across U.S. society contribute to this problem, including unequal access to fresh, healthy foods, unequal access to health care, socioeconomic factors, and excess exposure to toxic chemicals and unhealthy air. All this stuff is playing a part with the sicknesses of our people. You see that? So let's see if there's anything else we can read. All right. Yep. Data on a disproportionate targeting of junk food advertising and marketing to communities of color. It says Root Center for Food Policy and Obesity Council on Black Health, November 2022. U.S. food companies disproportionately target black and Hispanic customers with marketing for high-calorie, low-nutrient products, including candy, sugary drinks, snacks, and fast food. The more than $1 billion spent on this targeted marketing exacerbates inequalities of poor diet and diet-related diseases in communities of color, including heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. You see that? So behind the scenes, these devils are creating the environment to destroy our people. Meanwhile, you got this nigga talking about we got a problem in America and it needs to be addressed. These health issues need to be addressed. Meanwhile, all right, behind the scenes, these devils are looking to target you for a mass slaughter, during this next pandemic. Okay, so let's grab a scripture real quick. Let's go to Sirach 12 and 16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit." See that? Yeah, so they come at you with these peace offerings, just like they did with the natives, all right, terms of peace, because they see a problem that you need to be helped with. And ultimately, at the end of the day, these niggas are looking for blood, man, That's how this devil is always operated. So they come with peace offerings, but behind their back, all right, this nigga got a dagger in his hand looking to stab you in your back, you see? So it says, again, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. Yeah, our people got health issues and it needs to be addressed. This country got problems, all right? The most at risk are more likely to die, in the next pandemic, so we need to help them. It says, but in his heart, he imagined how to throw thee into a pit, a trap, man. You see, a trap is being set for our people. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood, you see? So he's looking for the opportunity to shed blood. And that's going to be done by the way of this narrative that this man is creating. That's going to allow him to creep in on you Jakes, man, to target you as a prey, okay? So again, 17, it says, if adversity come upon thee, right, most at risk, thou shalt find him there first. See that? And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. See? So that's what's happening with our people. Okay? They're being targeted, and then ultimately behind the back, this man is going to look to shed the blood of the children of Israel, as he always has. You see that? So let's go to Psalm the 10th chapter. All right? Verse 7, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. On his tongue is mischief and vanity. Okay? So everything that comes out of that mouth is a fucking lie. It's all deceit. Okay? They're looking to wage war against you jakes, man. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. It says, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. And this is going into this man's summit meetings. You know, these big think tanks that they have, these secret meetings, in which they conspire with each other to destroy you jakes. Okay? So yeah, in the secret places that he murdered the innocent. And how does he do that? By the way of destroying your food, destroying your water, you know, poisoning your water, the air that you breathe, everything that's pretty much for your health, but this man is using that as a weapon to destroy you. Okay? It says his eyes are privily set against the poor. Yeah, you jakes. He lieth and waits secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth and wait to catch the poor. He does catch the poor when he draweth them into his net. See that? So this man is lying in wait for blood, you know, just like a lion. See? So he's waiting for the perfect opportunity. If adversity come upon thee, you're going to find him there first. You know, and when he gets the opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood, man. Yeah, so he's lying in wait to catch you jakes. Okay, it says, and he doth catch the poor when he draweth them into his net. And the net is ultimately this man's NWO agenda. And these snares that he has set to trap you jakes, man. He croucheth and humbleth himself, right? That the poor may fall by his strong ones, which is going into ultimately his military, all right? He's going to cause the military to come down upon you jakes in the form of peace and safety. And that's going to be the opportunity to destroy you jakes, man. You see? So let's go to Daniel 8 and 25. And this is talking about Antiochus Epiphanes during the time of the Greeks. But Esau Edom pretty much embodies Antiochus Epiphanes. This is how they get down, man. So Daniel 8 and 25. And through his policy also he should cause craft to prosper in his hand, and shall magnify himself in his heart. It says, and by peace he shall destroy many. You see, by peace he was going to be able to destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. All right, now ultimately they want to go to war with Yahushua. All right, so before that, this man is going to destroy many Israelites, just like Antiochus Epiphanes did, by the way of peace. When you get that account in the book of 1 Maccabees 1 and 30, all right, we start at verse 28. The land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion. And after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief, Antiochus, right, sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceable words unto them. You see? And spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, you know, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel. So this same thing, or this same scenario is going to play out again in the form of these devils coming with that peace offering, you know, just so they can draw in with their military. And it's going to be strictly towards you jakes, man. That's why they're going to be in your neighborhoods, blocking you off, you know, causing a famine and so on and so forth, you know, because they're going to build up a narrative with this next pandemic that's going to have you looking like, man, it's going to put you in a bad light, man, you know. So this is how this devil works, right? They created all this GMO food that targets your DNA, that destroys you internally, and mentally, that's making you a target for what health issues. So now they got a reason or an excuse to come after you. All right, so that's what's coming. So with that, Lord willing, you're edifying. Until next time, I say shalom.